we are in a trust recession right now that's getting worse every single day in terms of people not knowing, is this real or is this AI? But just keep in mind, these big tech platforms are going to crack down harder on AI video as they're infiltrated with millions and millions of AI slop videos. There is no other solution to that if people start dropping off. And I think the next $1 billion idea here is for someone to create a non-AI social network using all of these detection tools, to whether that's through the blockchain or something that's too confusing for me to figure out, where it can fully detect AI video. And I think people would love that. I mean, that's kind of my hot take here, is the next $1 billion idea is a non-AI social media network. As what do we see with Sora? What do we see with VO 3.1? AI slop videos everywhere. Some people might find it entertaining, but there are trends out there that are showing the decline of social media since 2022. And so I think that is a trend that we need to keep in mind here as AI video starts to come more into the scene.
I mean, that's going insane, right? Look at Sora 2. I have to say, it is starting to trick me. I mean, when people edit out the small Sora logo.
I've been doing that, yeah.
Yeah. You see stuff where you, at least when it's just on your phone, right? And maybe just not using your full attention watching it. I mean, a lot of it, I'm like, was that AI? Was it not AI? And like 80% of the time when I'm in doubt, I spend some time and I'm like, oh, it was AI, right? But it's getting harder and harder to tell, right? I'm not sure we can tell in just a year's time or less.
And here's the crazy part. Me and you are in the weeds of AI. Think about the average person who doesn't understand any of this and doesn't understand this technology exists to begin with. And I think you brought up a really interesting point. We are in a trust recession right now that's getting worse every single day in terms of people not knowing, is this real or is this AI? I don't know about you, but I'm not going to get my wallet out and buy something. If I don't trust something, I'm not going to buy something. So you think of all the implications that this has from a societal standpoint, from an economic standpoint. It's going to get very bad, in my opinion. I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but this is one of the biggest issues I've always told people about AI. It's not AGI. It's not, it's not these transformers, or it's not Skynet taking over the world. It's what happens when the average person questions, is this real or is this AI? And no one has any idea what to believe anymore. Most people, I would say most creators on the internet are frauds and they're sellouts. I don't know how far down we want to go down here, but like you mentioned, just because they show you something that had millions of views, yes, they likely purchased those views. They could have bought an email list. Or maybe they have other channels where they're flooding or they're taking screenshots from their other channels and putting that into a new one just so someone believes that that's the actual real data, or photoshopping a graph on the back end for analytics. These are the little gimmicks that the average person would never think of, because we're good people, right? We have ethics. We would never think to do something like that. But the reality is, most creators on the internet, they're unethical, they sell out, they're frauds. I got into it with some guy. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but he came after me first and he was like, oh, this and that. I don't remember what he was arguing with me about. And I was like, that's interesting. You have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm looking at your channel. Your last 30 videos have under 100 views. So if your subscribers were real, there's no way that this would be possible. And so I called him out on it. My channel has 2 million more views than his does. I'm at 27,000 subs. And he came back and he's like, oh, you know more about me than I do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, how do you go to bed at night, bro? Seriously. Yeah. Like, all of these people are just complete frauds. They're fooling the average person. They're not helping them. They're out to make a quick dollar. And it's really disgusting and disheartening, in my opinion, that people A, fall for it, but people B, have the ethics to even pull something like that.
I think it also ties into AI automation in general, because you see, like I explained earlier, right? I use, automations for everything, they would say, right? I have my AI cold caller. I have my AI email writing set up. I touch nothing. I'm, just a board member of a bunch of AIs running my company.
You're not sitting on the beach and letting 10 AI agents running your business?
Well, exactly, right? That is kind of the image they're trying to sell. And you see all those YouTubers saying, my AI channel is fully automated. I'm pretty much doing nothing myself. And now I'm cashing $1 million check every month, right? And when you see it, if you believe it, right? And in the beginning, I actually did. You kind of feel like a loser yourself, right? You feel like I'm putting all this hard work and I'm getting not a tenth, I'm getting one hundredth of what they are getting out of it. But tell me more. I mean, have you had more experiences with kind of AI fakers in one way or the other?
I mean, we could go down the rabbit hole and look at most creators in the AI YouTube space in particular. Most people are full of it, right? They're talking about all these shiny agents and shiny automations. And, on LinkedIn, this is a big one, right? Here's my 100 node N8N automation. Make sure you comment below and get my free template, right? Then you get
Uh,
sucked into their email funnel. Then you buy something from them, and then it's too late, right? Then you're out of money. You got scammed. But yeah, the problem is we have people on YouTube driving clickbait for views and clout, doing all these shiny things with agents and automations, not caring that someone who actually consumes that content can't implement it into the real world. And so my goal as being a creator in the AI space, I'm at 27,000 subs now. I didn't buy any of them. I didn't buy a single one. My goal as a creator in this space is to be one of the few people that actually shines light on reality and being one of the most honest people in the AI space. That's what I want to be known for. I want someone to be like, oh yeah, Ryan Dozer, that's the guy who tells the truth and doesn't lie and sell out for anything. Because when you're a content creator and a lot of your revenue comes from ad revenue from YouTube, affiliate commissions from affiliate products or sponsorships, of course you're incentivized to say things that aren't necessarily true in hopes that people watch your video to get more views for the sponsor or buy more things from the affiliate links that you're pushing. So people always need to keep that in mind. I do that on purpose. Most of my revenue comes from a service business on the back end. So I'm not incentivized to promote sponsors, affiliates, and whatnot. And honestly, I get blown up by 50 of these people every single day in my email inbox wanting me to promote their tool. And I just say, screw yourself. I'm not going to sacrifice my long term credibility just so I can shove your AI SaaS product down people's throats. So as I ramble on here, I just want to be known as the most, honest and authentic person in the AI space.
Yeah, I get you. The question is the people who sell the dream, right? I mean, it's the dream is often what they have achieved themselves, right? They're saying, I now created 10 AI companies. I'm doing nothing but sitting on the beach. How many do you actually think are able, via kind of scamming other people, are able to make a lot of money? Or do you think they're just projecting it and just scraping by, really?
I think they're actually making a lot of money from people buying the dream. They're not, they're barely probably making any money by actually doing the things that they're talking about. As someone who's in the weeds of AI and automations, and I built some agents myself, I can tell you right now that agents and AI in general still hallucinates quite a bit. And one of my hot takes on this topic too is that I think automations are actually better than agents. AI agents still hallucinate. They cost a lot to run. You still need a human in the loop, like we talked about earlier, of someone who understands subject matter expertise. If I'm going to run an AI agent and manage my social media or do any sort of thing that's marketing related, if I don't have subject matter expertise, this agent is not going to do anything. Things are going to fall through the cracks. It's going to post AI slop that doesn't convert. But again, it's an education issue. Someone who doesn't understand this stuff of what is an agent, what is an AI automation, how much can AI actually do? Is it a silver bullet? Is it magic? If you don't have the education, you're likely to fall for these gimmicks. And that is the big problem right now is we have such an AI education gap and we have to start there, or else if people were educated on this stuff, there is no way these people would be able to sell these types of dreams of 10 agents on the beach of let me sit here and let them run my 10 different companies. And so you have the media talking about how all these companies are laying people off every day. And on the other side, you have schmucks on YouTube saying every AI update is insane, which we both know both of those aren't reality right now. So you really have to educate yourself. And of course, listen to people like me and you who are in the weeds of these things and actually tell the truth on reality. That's where I would recommend people start versus falling for all this hype and falling for all these people trying to sell you the dream.